Welcome to this episode of Red Cape Learning. I'm your host for today, Mitchell Bouchard. What we're going to do is go over a simple workflow editing solution so that you back up your footage and you have faster speeds when editing. So welcome back to Red Cape Learning. Again, another short episode for you. What I want to do is just go over a simple setup that you should at least have as a video creator. Also, if you're a photographer or you do a lot of design work, or if you just work with a ton of media files, this will be helpful for you as well. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to need media. So for this instance, we're just going to pretend that you went out there, you did some photos and videos, and you have some data. So what we're going to talk about is how to back this up and how we're going to play with this footage. The first thing that I want you to do is purchase 2 external hard drives. Now there are much better solutions such as NAS storage devices. I'm also going to be talking about my direct attached storage devices, also known as a DAS. And we're going to be talking about how to utilize RAID systems such as RAID 1, RAID 0, and RAID 5. Our setup is going to be much more simple. So again, you have 4 gigabytes of media. This card is full. How do we go about utilizing this? The first thing you want to do is back this up to 2 external hard drives. One being our B drive, the other one being our B drive backup. The reason you want to use hard disk drives is that because if you ever lose data, it's going to be much easier to recover and more reliable in comparison to a solid state drive, which is binary. So this is going to be flash media. If you lose the data, it's going to be very hard to recover, but yes, they are much faster. So again, the first step, you want to take your media and back it up to 2 separate hard drives. I recommend formatting these hard drives to exFAT, or if you know you're going to be using your Mac, definitely format your hard drive to Mac OS X. Now that we have our footage backed up on 2 hard drives, I recommend keeping one hard drive at a different location. This could be your brother's house, your parents' house, or maybe a friend's house that you trust. In case of a fire or theft, you're going to protect your data. I do recommend backing up this data though every once in a while so that you have an up-to-date copy as well. The next thing I want you to do is to think about online backup solutions. One good option is Backblaze. For about $5 USD, you can back up all of your media. It is a slower process, but in the case of an emergency, you're not going to lose your footage. Now that we're set up with the whole archive and all project solution, here's what I want to talk about when it comes to editing. When it comes to media workflow and management, let's divide these two. One side is all of your projects and your archive footage, everything. You do not want to edit with this. The other side is going to be your computer and your solid state hard drives. This is currently what I do. It's a little more complex, but it's very much the same. When you go to editing, let's take those files and put it on an SSD hard drive. From there, you're going to be using a much faster hard drive, so your computations can be much quicker. And the other benefits of that is that you have your media on another hard drive for even more redundancy. Basically, you should never be deleting your footage unless you have exported and you're done with the project. Keep the finals and maybe delete the original footage. In this way, if something ever goes wrong with editing, you always have 2 copies, hopefully in 2 separate locations. Now, this isn't the best solution, but it's a very cost-effective solution, and you at least have a backup, and it's very simple for anybody to do. Again, the only tools you need are 2 external hard drives. I recommend at least 2 terabytes, so you probably want to get 4 in total. And then I currently use a 500 gigabyte SSD hard drive. I recommend a terabyte or 2, but again, it comes down to cost and what you're comfortable with spending. That's all we have for you on this episode of Red Cape Learning. Again, get out there, film, do some other projects at home. Don't forget to smash the like button and also subscribe if you want to check out more information. We also have tons of Udemy courses and other courses at our academy. That is going to be at redcapelearning.com. We have everything there for you. We also just launched our video production masterclass with Phil Ebner. Phil Ebner has reached over 1 million students online, and we're very excited and proud about this course. We've also teamed up with composer Will Rogers and designer Kevin Gardine with Draw Academy. Again, get out there, film, and we'll see you next week.